Good morning, students. Today, I'm going to continue with exercise 1.3 of the chapter Relations and Functions. Sixth question is, a function f is defined by f of x is equal to 2x minus 3. So here under this, we have 4 subdivisions to find. So first, what is the given equation? F of x is equal to 2x minus 3. F of x is equal to 2x minus 3. What is the first subdivision? So the first subdivision is find f of 0 plus f of 1 divided by 2. So we know that here f is the function, x is our input and this is our output. So using this equation we are going to find f of 0, f of 1 and then I'm going to substitute in this equation and I'm going to find the answer. So what is given first? F of 0. So here in the place of x I have 0. So I'm going to substitute this 0 in this equation. So 2 in the place of x I'm substituting 0. So 2 zeros are 0 minus 3. So 0 minus 3 is minus 3. Yes. Plus and minus we are going to minus. So after subtracting we have to check for the greater number sign. So here the greater number sign is minus. So I'm writing minus here. So now we have found f of 0. Next we are going to find f of 1. F of 1. So in the place of x, here in the place of x we have 1. So I'm going to substitute 1 in this equation. 2 in the place of x I'm substituting 1 minus 3. So 2 ones are 2 minus 3. So now we are going to subtract, right? So 2 minus 3 is 1. So after subtracting we have to check for the greater number sign. Here 2 is a greater number, it has the sign minus. So we have to write minus. So listen children, after subtracting or adding, we have to check for the greater number sign and then we have to write that greater number sign in the answer. So here after subtracting, the greater number here is 3. So it has the sign minus. So I am writing it in the answer. Yes. So now we have found f of 0 and f of 1. So now I am going to substitute in this equation. So first we'll write the equation here. F of 0 plus f of 1 divided by 2. So what is the answer for f of 0? So minus 3. Then for f of 1, minus 1 divided by 2. So minus and minus, yes, minus 3 minus 1. See, minus 3 minus 1. So minus and minus is plus. We are going to add this. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So after adding, what we have to do? We have to check for the greater number sign. So what is the greater number here? 3. So what is the sign of 3? Minus. So I'm going to write minus in the answer. So minus 4 divided by 2. So now we can cancel it, right? So 2 1s are, 2 2s are 4. So the answer is minus 2. Yes. Next we'll move on to the second subdivision. So what is the second subdivision? Find x such that f of x is equal to 0. So what we have to find? X. So we have to find this x such that f of x is equal to 0. So here second subdivision, f of x is equal to 0. So what is f of x? What is f of x given in the question? F of x is equal to 2x minus 3. So in the place of f of x, I am writing 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now what we have to find here? We have to find x. Yes, we have to find this x. Since we are finding x, I am keeping this x in the left hand side and I am taking the remaining numbers to the right hand side. So first step, I am keeping the x here. 2x is equal to, I am taking the numbers to the right hand side. Minus 3, when it comes this side, it will become plus 3. And then we are finding x, right? So I am keeping it in the left hand side itself. Here we have 3 and this 2, it is in multiplication with x, that is 2x, 2 into x. So when it comes to the right hand side, it goes to the division. Yes, can we cancel it? No, right? So our x value is 3 by 2. So usually we have to keep the variable that we are going to find. So here the variable we are going to find is x, right? So we have to keep the x in the left hand side and we have to take the remaining numbers to the right hand side. Yes? Next we'll move on to the third subdivision. So our third subdivision is find x such that f of x is equal to x. So what is our f of x? Our f of x is 2x minus 3. So first I am writing f of x is equal to x. So what is the equation of f of x? 2x minus 3 is equal to x. Now what we have to find? We have to find x. So what I told, so we have whichever variable we are finding, we have to take that variable to the left hand side and the numbers to the right hand side. So we have 2x here, I am writing it in the left hand side and here I am taking this x to the left hand side. This is plus x, right? When I take it to the right hand side, it becomes, when I take this x to the left hand side, it becomes minus x. And I am taking this number to the right hand side. When it comes here, minus 3 becomes plus 3. See, listen children, we are going to find x. So whichever variable we are going to find, we have to keep it in the left hand side and the numbers to the right hand side. So f of x, equation of f of x is 2x minus 3 is equal to x. So we are going to find this x. So I am taking the x to the left hand side. See, already we have 2x here, so I have written it as it is, and in the right hand side we have 1x, so I am bringing it to the left hand side. While we are bringing it to the left hand side, the sign changes, yes, so the plus x becomes minus x, and then we have to take the numbers to the right hand side. So minus 3, when it comes this side, it becomes plus 3, and now we have 2x minus x. Yes, that is nothing but 2x minus x. So here we have the coefficient as 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1 and I am writing the variable as it is. So after subtracting, what we have to check? We have to check for the greater number sign. So what is the greater number? 2. What is the sign of greater number here? Plus. So plus 1x. So 2x minus x is what answer we got? 1x. So it is enough if we write x. So x is equal to 3. So now we have found our x. So next we will move on to the fourth subdivision. Fourth subdivision is find x such that f of x is equal to f of 1 minus x. So what is given? F of x is equal to f of 1 minus x. So now what we have to find? We have to find the value of x. So what is f of x? F of x is nothing but 2x minus 3. Here it is already given in the question itself. F of x is equal to 2x minus 3. So in the place of f of x I am writing 2x minus 3. So that is equal to, now we know what is f of x, but we don't know what is f of 1 minus x. So for that, before equating this, we have to find what is f of 1 minus x. So I am doing it here. f of 1 minus x, and our f of x is 2x minus 3. This is already given in the question. So here in the place of x we have 1 minus x, right? So I'm going to substitute this 1 minus x in this equation. So 2 in the place of x I'm substituting 1 minus x minus 3. So now next I'm going to multiply this 2 into 1 and then into this x. So 2 ones are 2. So while multiplying, first we have to multiply the sign, right? So plus into minus is minus. 2 into x is 2x minus 3. Now next, we have only one term with x, right? So I'm writing it as it is, that is minus 2x. And now the remaining constant terms are minus 3 and plus 2. So minus into plus minus, right? So now we are going to subtract this. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So after subtracting, what we have to check for the greater number sign, right? So our greater number here is 3. So the sign for 3 is minus. So I'm writing minus 1. So the answer is minus 1. Yes. So now we have found the value of f of 1 minus x, that is equal to minus 2x minus 1. So now what we have to find for f of x is equal to f of 1 minus x. So I'm writing it here. F of x is equal to f of 1 minus x. So what is f of x? F of x is nothing but 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3. So what is f of 1 minus x? What we have found? Minus 2x minus 1. So now after this, what we have to find? We have to find for x. So what we have to do? We have to bring all the x terms to the left hand side and all the numbers to the right hand side. So here already in the left hand side we have 2x here, and in the right hand side I'm bringing this term minus 2x to the left hand side. So minus 2x, when it comes this side it becomes plus 2x. Then what is the number here? Minus 1. And I'm bringing this number to the right hand side. When it comes here, minus 3 becomes plus 3. Yes, now we'll equate this. So 2x plus 2x. 2x plus 2x. So when we add this, 2 plus 2 is 4x. So 2x plus 2x is nothing but 4x. That is equal to, next, minus 1 plus 3. So 3 minus 1. So plus and minus, here we have plus sign, right? So plus and minus, we are going to minus that is we are going to subtract. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So after subtracting, what we have to do? We have to check for the greater number sign. So what is the greater number here? 3, and it has the sign plus. So I'm writing plus 2. So here the answer is 2. Yes. So after that, what we have to find? We have to find our x. So I'm keeping x in the left hand side. I'm taking the number to the right hand side. So x is equal to 2. I'm taking this number. So 4 is in multiplication with x, right? That is 4 into x. So I'm bringing this 4 to the division. Since it is in multiplication, I'm bringing it to the division part. So 4. Now we can simplify it or not? Yes, we can simplify it. So I'm simplifying it in 2 tables. That is 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So now our x value is 1 by 2. Yes, understood, students? So we have completed with all 4 subdivisions of the 6th sum. Thank you, students.